everyone, today's video is a what's on my iPhone video. I'm so excited to film this video because I downloaded a bunch of new apps that I want to share with you guys, and if you don't follow me on Instagram you probably wouldn't know, but I recently got the iPhone 10, also known as the iPhone X. I love it. I'm so happy that I got it. It is like a major upgrade. I had like the iPhone 6s before and my phone was just getting so slow. The screen was cracked, the battery was dying on like, it was dying on a high percentage. It was ridiculous. So I really needed to get a new phone, and I think the thing that I love so much about this phone is the fact that it's got portrait mode, and not only just on the back but it also has it on the front. Not so keen on the front camera, not gonna lie. Like I feel like I thought it would be a whole lot better, but the back camera is amazing. I've managed to take some really good photos, so I'm really happy with that. It's like my go-to camera now. I don't even use like my big DSLR one, I just use this. Other than that, I really like the fact that it has face recognition, so you don't always have to put your passcode in. So pretty much I can just click on the side to open my phone like this and then swipe up and it'll go Face ID and recognize me and go straight onto my phone, which is so convenient. Like I hate putting in my password all the time, so I think that's pretty cool. And another thing that I like about the phone is the fact that the screen is so big. This phone itself is quite big, but I find a lot of the iPhones have a lot of wasted space with like a border around the edge, but this one actually has the screen going all the way around, which is really great. As for the things I don't like about the phone, there's not really much. There's only really one thing that stands out to me, and that's the fact that there's a glass back. And even though it looks really nice and sleek itself, I just feel like it's a hazard waiting to happen. Like, I mean, let's be honest, we all drop our phones once in a while, and I feel like having a glass screen just makes it that more likely for your phone to smash, and that means Apple will get more money when you go and get repaired and stuff. So something that I recommend to you guys is to make sure you go and get a back screen protector as well, not just a front one, because I didn't know that you could get one, and then the Apple store didn't tell me, because apparently they would want me to smash my phone because then they can make more money, you know. But then I went to another phone shop afterwards to get my phone case, and they're like, do you have the back screen protector? And I said no, and they're like, you need to get it, just because if you drop your phone it's way more likely to smash. So I just got a gel one. It's really thin, and yeah, I just really recommend that to you guys, as well as the glass screen protector on the front. And I also got the life proof case, in case any of you are wondering, in the light blue. I love blue, as you can tell by my wall, so I thought this was perfect for me. It's not too out there, and also you can see the white back, which I think is really nice. So yeah, I think the phone itself looks really nice and pretty. And in case any of you are wondering, by the way, my lock screen's a photo of me and Brayden, because I'm sure I'll get a few comments asking what my lock screen is, so I've just got that. So now let's get into the exciting part and show you guys the apps that I have on my phone. I've started completely fresh and downloaded all of my like apps from scratch. So I feel like I've been way more organized with my iPhone this time, and I'm really happy about it, so I can't wait for you guys to see. Also, thanks so much to everyone who messaged me on Instagram giving me app recommendations. I asked you on my story if you had any, and so many of you DM'd me, so I took all of your recommendations on board and downloaded a lot of those apps, so that was really helpful. So thank you for that. So when I first open my phone, I go to the boring page, I feel like anyway. It's just got things like mail, calendar, photos, camera, etc. The only ones I really use are the calendar sometimes, photos, camera, clock for my alarm clock, weather. I use my notes actually all the time because I like to calculate like my earnings on there. I like to keep track of my earnings on there, but I also use my notes as a bit of a planner. I like literally write my whole month out in my notes. I know I could use my calendar for this, but I just like writing out notes better for some reason. Now on to the next one. The first folder that I have is my extras folder. This is also a little bit boring. These are just the standard apps that come on the iPhone. I don't tend to use them too much. I just use things like calculator, and I think having the Find My iPhone app is also really convenient in case you lose it. I then created myself a folder called my handy folder, which just has kind of like miscellaneous apps which don't really have anywhere that they belong, but they're just like really handy to have. So the first one that I have is called iScanner, and I use this for when I'm signing contracts and I need to scan them to email to them to someone. This is so convenient because sometimes I find it really hard to like sign a contract on my computer, so it's so much easier just to print it out, scan it, send it away, and you're done. And then I have the Hue app, and the only reason I have this is because I have a Hue light bulb, and this connects to my light bulb, so it allows me to turn the light on and off and change the colors and stuff from the app, so I love that. The next app that I have is Doggo, and I literally only got this morning. I found it when I was just scrolling through the app store, and I was like, this is so cool, how have I never heard of it? And it's pretty much just a dog training app, and I need this because my dogs are so cheeky. We have a dog trainer at the moment and we're doing anything to get the dogs trained. They're getting better, but I just thought this app would be really handy, and I'm just curious to see like if it's really good. So let me know if you tried it. Has really good reviews as well, actually. I completely forgot to say, but you don't have a home button anymore, so you just kind of like swipe up like that, and that's how you control it. I'm like completely used to it now. I've had this phone for about 3 days and I don't even know what a button does anymore. The next app that I have is Uber. I'm sure you all know what this is. I use Uber quite a lot. I haven't actually set it up yet, so I need to do that. So then I have this app called Tap Measure, and this is a genius idea in my opinion. It basically just measures things. So if you're looking to get like a new wardrobe or something and you have to find out the dimensions, instead of getting a tape measure, you can just get this app up and it will measure it for you by using your camera. So you just open it up and like measure. Please excuse my room, it's really messy. So yeah, I just think this is such a cool idea. I haven't used it yet, but I love the idea of it. And then the final app that I have in my handy folder is called realestate.com. I use this all the time just to be nosy and see what's on the market, see what prices things are selling for. I just love seeing what's selling in my area. Not that I'm going to buy anywhere or rent anywhere, but I just find it so fun looking at that kind of stuff, and it gives me ideas of what kind of house I want in the future and stuff. Now into my socials folder, I've just got YouTube. I'm sure you all know what that is since you're watching this video. I've got my Instagram. You guys seriously should follow me on Instagram if you don't already. I love it so much. Like, I've been trying so hard with my posts and I just find it so fun. So yeah, follow me on Instagram. And then I have Snapchat. I personally don't use this very much at all anymore. I used to always use it, but I just like Instagram stories more now. And I've got FaceTime, and I don't use this enough either. I've got Twitter, and a lot of you guys probably don't know that I actually have a Twitter, but I do. It's called Ella_Victoria with 3 A's at the end. And I don't really post on there. I just like reading other people's tweets. But if you're ever trying to communicate with me, maybe even tweet me, because I don't have a lot of people on there, so it's probably a good way to communicate with me. And then I've got Facebook Messenger. I use this all the time. Excuse all the notifications, by the way. As you can see, I'm really bad at getting back to messages sometimes. And then I've got Facebook, and I actually don't really use the app itself. I just use the Messenger. As you can see, I haven't even logged into it. And then I've got Pinterest. I also haven't logged into this yet either, but I do love Pinterest. I love it for inspiration. If I'm looking for like room decor ideas or like workout ideas, I always go on Pinterest. It's got so much on there. And then I've got WhatsApp. Don't really generally use this, but I need to use it more because I know a lot of my family overseas uses this. The next folder that I have is called Work Stuff, and the first app that I have is my YouTube Creator Studio app. This basically is a bit more of a detailed version of YouTube. It tells me my exact views because, as you know, the actual YouTube app sometimes plays up. So this will tell me my real-time views, and also gives me other information as well, which I think is great. And then I have Gmail, iMovie, and Numbers. I don't use iMovie, but Numbers I use when I'm sending off my timesheet for Disney when I work with them. So basically that's how I get paid. I write that all in my Numbers app. Now into my photo editing app, and you might be surprised, but I don't really have a lot in this app because I tend to like edit all of my photos on the computer now. So I have Lightroom, which is actually what I use on the computer, and I also have the app, but the app doesn't allow you to do the same things. It's really, really basic, honestly. But the thing that's really cool about Lightroom on the computer is the fact that it allows you to like adjust each color individually, which I think is amazing. You can't do that on a phone. And then I've got Facetune 2. This is the free version, but it's not as good as the normal Facetune, so I think I'm going to rebuy it for this phone. And then I've got the app Unum, and if you don't have this, you need to get it. It really helps you organize your Instagram feed. I love planning ahead, so that's why I really like this. So as you can see, these are all the posts that I've got now, and you can like plan your feed for ages. So I'll just go into the plus and say, for example, I wanted to post this selfie. I could just put that there. I can also grab other photos. So say, for example, I got this one. I don't know if I'm going to post this. It's a bit awkward. It's a photo of me in bed. I took it for like my nighttime routine. But you can swap them around, be like, which one goes? What's it going to look like when it's further down my feed? Yeah, it's really, really good. My next app is the entertainment app. And in here I've got Stan, Netflix, Spotify, Podcasts, Watch, and Shazam. I always use Netflix. Sometimes I use Stan. I don't know, I'm more of a Netflix person at the moment. And then I have the app Spotify, and I love Spotify. I use it all the time. I've got the premium one. My next folder is health. And the first app that I have in here is called Calm. I recently got this. I don't know if I'm going to keep it because you do have to start to pay for it after a while, but it seems really cool. It's basically like a meditation app, but like it's got different music and stuff that you can listen to, like focusing music, sleep music, and just stuff that like helps you get in the zone for certain things, I guess. But I tend to use Headspace more for like meditation and stuff like that. I love Headspace. If any of you guys are suffering with anxiety, or you just feel like a little bit off sometimes and you need to like ground yourself, I really think Headspace is something that you should all try out. But I tend to use it mainly before I go to sleep because they've got a single one. I'll show you. It's called Sleeping, and I just listened to it for 10 minutes, and honestly, I fall asleep before the guy finishes talking, and it's so good. The last app that I have in my health folder is Clue. Haven't set this up, but I need to, and as I'm sure a lot of you know, it just pretty much just tracks your cycle. Then I've got my finance folder. I love this kind of stuff. I think it's so cool. First app that I have is called Track My Spend. I always go through phases when I use this, and then I stop using it. Basically, it is what the name is. It just tracks your spending habits. So you can just add an expense in and say like, clothing, I spent $200 or something, and then you can track that, and like you can give yourself like a limit for the week, and then it's really good. Like if you can be bothered to do it, it's a really good way to see where your money's going. I then got the app Checky. I don't know why this is in my finance folder. I think maybe because it was green and it's kind of going with a green theme here. I don't know, but it's called Checky, and I only just found this app and I think it's so cool. So what this app does, it basically tells you how many times a day you open your phone. So as you can see, yesterday I opened my phone 54 times, which is actually quite a lot. And I wonder if it will tell you how many minutes as well. That would be really interesting. And I've got my St. George app. This is just my banking app so I can transfer money. And I've got Wallet. Don't really use this, it's just one of the apps that came on the phone. Then I've got my games folder. This is like the first time, believe it or not, I've actually had a games folder on an iPhone. I just am not usually a games person, but like lately I've been really wanting some games, like when I'm on the train and stuff. So I thought I'd download some. So I asked my sister and her friends what their favorite games were, and I also asked you guys on my Instagram, and I got a lot of recommendations. So the first thing that I got, nobody actually recommended this to me, but I found it on the app store myself, and it's called Design Home. And I just think this sounds so cool because like you can design like your home, and like it comes up with all sorts of kind of like interior ideas, and I think it's got lots of little pieces of furniture and stuff, and you can put your dimensions of your room in and then move your furniture around to make it fit and stuff, and I think that's cool. Then I've got Draw Something, and I know a lot of members in my family actually do this, and I've always been the one who's never joined in, so I thought I'd get it so I can play with them. And then I've got Doodle Jump, an absolute classic. I just love this game, and it's a game that I know how to play, so I thought that's something I should probably have on my phone. Then I got Sausage Run, and I don't know what this is. It was trending on the App Store. I'm pretty sure from what I could see, it was like a sausage running through and like having to avoid all these traps and stuff. Then I got Flow Free. So I'm pretty sure what you do is you connect all the colors, and you don't want to like get in the way. So like, oh yeah, hey, that's cool. Okay, that's what it does. Then I've got the app One Line, and I think what this does is it's like a puzzle game, and it will come up with like a shape or something, and you've got to finish the shape by drawing one line, but I think it's probably way harder than it actually sounds. Then I've got the app Stack, and I got this because I went to an arcade the other day and they had some kind of stack game, and it was really fun, so I was like, I want to get that on my phone. Then I got Subway Surfers because my boyfriend plays this all the time. He's addicted, so I was like, well, if it's that good, I probably should get it. Please excuse the dogs barking in the background if you can hear them. The last app that I have though is Triller, and this basically is like a movie making app. I think it's a little bit like Musical.ly, but not at the same time. My boyfriend's sister Tanea keeps telling me about this. She's like, you need to get Triller. I think it's like really in, and I didn't even know about it. And then my last folder is my travel folder. The first app that I have in here is called Waze, and this basically tells you the fast route, also tells you where the police are, and just tells you if there's any like surprises ahead and how to avoid them and stuff. So I just think this is really good to just check before you leave to go somewhere, because I feel like sometimes Google Maps and Apple Maps doesn't tell you everything. In saying that though, I do have Google Maps and Apple Maps change it depending on where I'm going, because sometimes I find that one of them plays up so then I go to the other. And they also have Trip View Lite, and this is great because it allows you to check what times the trains are at and what time it will get you to your destination and stuff. So I love that. And that is everything that I've got on my new iPhone. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like I've got some great apps which I'm really happy about, because I always just had really boring ones before, and I was like, I need to like actually sort this out and get some good apps. So thank you for all of your recommendations again. Let me know if there's any other apps that you think I should get, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel. And also guys, I don't think I've actually mentioned this in any of my videos yet. I've mentioned it on my Instagram, but I now have an upload schedule. I'm uploading every Sunday at 6 p.m. and every Thursday at 6 p.m. Hopefully I can stick to it. I've been sticking to it for the last few weeks. So yeah, make sure to remember that I upload then so you don't miss any of my videos. So I guess I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be on Sunday.